Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I've tried to record this like 3 times and it's just like I keep veering off into too many topics and like going in circles and getting myself confused. So this is the 3rd time I'm recording it. But I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I've thought like 4 titles. I can't think of one. But basically the topic of this video is just why I don't find Call of Duty fun anymore. Like I still do, like I still find it fun in spurts, but like I can't sit down and play Call of Duty all day anymore. I just don't find it fun. And the reason for that is I think Call of Duty is pretty much dead. Now I know it's not. Objectively speaking, it's not. Modern Warfare 2 was the most sold COD ever and like the most played COD ever. And MW19 before that was the most sold, most played, and especially with Warzone. Vanguard was a flop, obviously. Everyone knows that. Everyone hates Vanguard. But in the last 2 CODs were all popular. Even Cold War was pretty popular. Even though people didn't like Cold War, it was pretty popular. So COD's not dead. It's not. But I do think it's my COD that I started playing and fell in love with is pretty much dead. Like I just, in my opinion, and I feel like most people will agree with me on this. I feel like the only people that are going to disagree with me on this are like, well, quite frankly, bad players, like people who are bad at Call of Duty and casual players. I don't think they make games for good players anymore. Like, I don't think they make games that have skill gaps, that are easy to pick up and easy to play, but hard to master. Like, Call of Duty has always been easy to pick up. Like, anyone can pick up Call of Duty and get a kill. Not now. What makes Call of Duty skillful, and why I stand by this, and people will laugh at me for this, but I stand by this. I think Call of Duty, like especially the jetpack games, but even games like Cold War and BO4, I think are the most skillful games. I think they're more skillful than CS:GO and Valorant. Now I know people disagree with that. We can make that a whole separate video. But I think Call of Duty has an incredible skill gap. But what makes Call of Duty great is it's super duper easy to pick up. Anyone can pick up COD and play it, and so therefore people think it's easy. They think it's easy because anyone can pick it up and play it, but reality it has a crazy skill gap. It always has. But I don't think they care anymore. Like, and by they, I mean Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer. I think Treyarch still is making competitive games and old school games. Now, we'll see. They might cave in and start making casual fucking games too. But so far, they're still doing good. And the reason that I think they're not skillful anymore, and the reason they don't care, is quite simply because there's just casuals have the worst mindset about improving that I ever have seen in my entire life. So instead of Call of Duty making skillful games and the casuals being like, you know what, I'm not the best at this, but I really enjoy the core gameplay, and I want to get better. So I think I'll spend a couple years getting good at this. That's what every other person did. They don't want to do that anymore. They just rather have the game cater to them and everything, basically the gameplay for them, and basically just punish you for being good. And those are the games they're making. Where like MW2 punishes you for being good. MW2019 punishes you for being good. Vanguard punishes you for being good. Even Cold War punishes you for being good because of skill-based matchmaking. But that's a whole separate video. And I don't think skill-based matchmaking is ever going to go anywhere. I think skill-based matchmaking is going to be in the Call of Duty and multiplayer games until we die, to be honest. I don't think it's ever going anywhere. Sorry, I got water. But yeah, I don't think Call of Duty's fun to play anymore. I just don't. It's like I don't enjoy MW2 at all. I didn't enjoy Vanguard. I didn't enjoy MW19. It's like I'm gonna start saying or stop saying all their names. I'm just gonna start saying Modern COD. Bro, dude, this video has been so fucking difficult to record. I don't know why. I keep talking so much and getting confused. I don't know why. I thought this would be a pretty easy video to make, but I've been like confusing myself because I've been trying to go off into too many points. But yeah, I just don't really enjoy modern COD. Like I really don't. I enjoy the Treyarch games, but Treyarch games don't. When I say modern COD, I mean Infinity Ward Sledgehammer games. Because I don't think they're going to switch their style. I just don't. Because their style's too popular. Vanguard flopped, but the reason Vanguard flopped is because it's a World War II game. I think if they make Vanguard, but put it in a modern setting, or like a slightly futuristic setting, it would do well and sell. I really do. Um, I do. Even though apparently their next game is Advanced Warfare 2, which is a huge W if that's true. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Sledgehammer is the one studio I'm not decided on yet. I still think they're pretty bad, but they could be saved. They could bring it around. There's no saving Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward's bad. They're the worst. But yeah, I don't enjoy Modern COD because I don't enjoy playing multiplayer games with no skill gap. I just don't. Because what is the point of spending all this time to get good at the game if I'm just going to be punished by it and have to play a completely different play style? It's just not fun. I still enjoy going back and playing the old games, and that's why there's not been a lot of Call of Duty on this channel. That's why I've been uploading like basically one COD video a month, is because I don't want to play COD. I just don't. I've been playing so many single player games. Basically ever since MW2 came out, or basically since Vanguard came out, but since MW2 came out, I've been playing just basically nothing but single player games. Because, well, to put it bluntly, they're just more fun. They're actually fun games. Multiplayer games, especially Call of Duty, just aren't fun anymore for the most part. They can be fun in spurts, but they're just not fun. And yeah, I just want to make a video just talking about it and just saying that basically, saying that I don't enjoy modern COD. I don't think it's very skillful. And yeah, I don't know. And I want to go into some of the reasons people defend these games, okay? Because I see a lot of reasons people like give on Twitter where they defend these, and quite frankly, I think they're all stupid. Like, I think every opinion people give of why they like these modern COD games is always fucking retarded. I'm being honest. I think they're always stupid. Number one reason. Sorry, the audio cut out there. I don't know why. But anyway, well, like I was saying, the number one reason that I see a lot is people saying, you just hate these games because you're bad at them, right? Like, they do have a skill gap. It's just different, and you have to adapt. That I see probably the most. I don't know. It's hard to tell what I see the most because people just say the same four like talking points over and over again to defend these games. So I don't know. But one of them that I always see is the reason you hate this, and people usually say this like YouTubers when they talk about not liking the game. And they'll usually say like, oh, it's not skillful, whatever. Like I'm saying. They'll be like, it is skillful, you just don't know how to adapt, right? Like, they're basically saying it is a skillful game. It has a skill gap. It's just a different skill gap than Call of Duty's used to, and that Call of Duty players can't adapt to it, and that's why they hate it. I am still good at these games. And this go not just me. This any good player. Any good player. We're still good at these games. I can play MW2 and do fine. You don't believe me? If you watch this video and you disagree with me, go to my channel and go back. It's not that hard because I don't upload that many videos. And watch my Modern Warfare 2 videos. I was shitting on people. Same with Vanguard. Same with Modern Warfare 2019, kind of. I wasn't that good at COD yet, but yeah, you know, kind of. I'm good at these games. I don't hate these games because I'm bad at them. So that argument makes literally zero sense to me. It's just something that bad players say because they have no real arguments. It's so weird because it makes no sense. Like, most good players are still good at these games. I don't know. That makes no sense. What's another argument? Let me think. I don't know why I can't think of any. Oh, I thought of another one. Another argument people like to say. I should have wrote these down. Another argument people say is, that how can you say there's no skill gap when YouTubers and good players do better, right? So people say there's no skill gap, or like MW2 is the lowest skill gap game ever made, which I do agree with. And they'll be like, that's not true. That makes no sense. How is there no skill gap? A YouTuber is still going to do better than the average person, right? Like YouTubers are still going to get nukes and stuff in Warzone 2, and like 30 bombs, but an average player maybe gets like 4 kills and will never get a nuke. Anyone who says this, like, I'm going to be really mean here. I just don't think you know what a skill gap means because you're not good enough to. Like, I don't think you're good enough at games to know what a skill gap means. A skill gap is not, can a good player do better than a bad player? A good player is always going to do better than a bad player. Like, always. It doesn't matter. Like, they're always going to do better. A skill gap is how easy or how often does a bad player kill a good player? Like, how easy is it for the worst player in the world to kill the best player in the world? And in these modern COD games, it is really fucking easy. All you got to do is sit in a corner. You spawn in, you run forward a little bit, you sit in a corner, and you just sit there. You turn up your headset and you just sit there. That's how you play. And respawn, the spawns are squad spawns, so they're completely random, so there's no thought in that. It isn't like Cold War, for example, where you got to predict the spawns and you know where everyone's coming from because you can predict the spawns and you got to know routes. No, it's squad spawns. It's completely random. So all you do is sit in a corner and sound whore, unless you're playing respawn, and therefore you can just run around like a chicken with your head cut off and get kills because it's made to be no thought process. It's made for those people that don't think when they're playing games and they just kind of do. It's made for those people. So that argument makes no sense because a good player is always going to do better than a bad player. That's not what skill gap means. I just said like good players can be better than bad players at these games. We don't hate them because we're bad. That's always going to be a thing. Good players always going to be better than the worst players. Always. That's not what skill gap is, though. Yeah. Third argument. This ain't really an argument about why the games are good. This is just like a problem I see with just like the COD community in general. For some reason, a lot of the casuals have convinced themselves that a lot of these YouTubers and like pro players and stuff are cheating. Because in my opinion, the reason they think this is because they're bad at the game and they think they're good at it because of the way the games are designed. They think they're good at games. So therefore, anyone that they see that is doing better than them must be cheating. And Marksman said this in one of his videos, which Marksman, by the way, basically believes the same things I believe. Great YouTuber. Everyone knows who Marksman is. I don't really have to fucking shout him out. I mean, everyone knows who Marksman is. But Marksman said this, and he's absolutely correct. Bad players are not good enough at games to know who's cheating or not. You're just not. I'm sorry. Like Bad Boy Beeman, Call of Shame, and all his fans, you're not good enough at video games to determine who's cheating. You're just not. You're not good enough to know. Because to you, someone having a 2 KD is considered cheating. You don't know what is cheating and what's not. So that's another problem with the COD community. You got that. It's just like, I feel like I've gone through them. What have I gone through? Cheating, you hate the game because you're bad at it, even though that makes no sense. And that there is a skill gap, you just don't know how to adapt. Or wait, did I go through that one? That's another skill gap. That's another one. That kind of falls into that's another argument, my bad. That kind of falls into you only hate the game because you're bad, though. A lot of people say there is a skill gap. You have to learn how to adapt to it, right? And that's why you're bad. Just adapt, like you haven't adapted to the game. Again, another dumbass argument because what do you mean? I have adapted. I'm great at these games, and so is every good player. Like, I don't know, man. This video, I don't know if it's like coherent or not. I just want to make it because it's just like I've seen so much stupid shit. It's like I want to make a video saying like why I think modern COD is bad, and at the same time like talking about some of the arguments I see on like Twitter and just why they're stupid. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I just don't like these modern CODs. I just don't. I don't like the squad spawned, no dead silent perk CODs. I just don't. I don't want to play a game where I have to sit in a corner and turn up my headset. That's just not good. It's just not fun or good. I don't know. But anyway, I think I might start uploading some more single player games on this video. Dude, I am lost on this channel. I think because I've been playing a lot of single player games. I don't want to do like let's plays or anything or like walkthroughs because I don't really find those fun anymore. Maybe I'll do one every now and again. But I kind of just want to start uploading some single player videos, whether it's like challenges or just like funny moments or whatever. I feel like I might start doing that. I'm not quitting COD though. I'm gonna still upload Cold War videos, and I'll probably play the next Tryout game. But I think I'm done playing like the Infinity Ward Sledgehammer games. I might play them the week they come out just for like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I like to play them so at least I can have videos so people can't just be like, oh, you hate them because you're bad. Because if anyone ever says that, I have the proof on my channel that I'm good at these games and I don't hate them because I'm bad. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. And, yeah, I don't know. Call of Duty's in a really bad place right now. I don't enjoy where it's at. I just don't. I don't enjoy where it's at. I don't like the games they're making, and I just want to talk about that. I'm gonna have another video coming out where I talk about skill-based matchmaking and and all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you then.